Your bite is 743 pounds per square inch. The wolf's is 400. You outweigh it. You outmuscle it. By every number that matters, you should win every time. The shepherds who bred you certainly believed that. The numbers don't tell the whole truth. You are the Kangal. You come from the town of the same name in Turkey's Sivas province, high on the Anatolian plateau where the winters are brutal and the predators are real. You were not bred for companionship. You were not bred for show rings. You were bred for one purpose: to stand between a flock of sheep and whatever wants to eat it. That whatever is usually a grey wolf. You weigh between 110 and 145 pounds. You stand 30 to 32 inches at the shoulder. Your coat is short, dense, fawn-coloured with a black mask that makes you look like you showed up for a fight, not a photo. Your hindquarters are powerful. Your chest is deep. You can sprint at 35 miles per hour, and you were designed to keep going long after most dogs would collapse. You are not the biggest dog in the world. You are not the fastest, but you have something no other breed has. A bite force measured at 743 pounds per square inch, the highest ever recorded for a domestic dog. That is nearly double a German Shepherd. That is nearly double a pit bull. You crush bones for a living. But a bite force number is just a number, and numbers lie when you don't understand the fight. The grey wolf is the most widely distributed land predator in the Northern Hemisphere. It has survived ice ages, habitat destruction, and centuries of human eradication campaigns. It is still here. An adult male grey wolf weighs between 70 and 115 pounds in Turkey. In North America, that number jumps. A timber wolf can hit 180 pounds. That matters, and we will come back to it. The wolf stands roughly 35 inches at the shoulder. It runs at 40 miles per hour in short bursts and can maintain 30 for miles. Its bite force sits around 400 PSI, significantly lower than yours. So on paper, this is not close. You bite harder, you weigh more. You were literally designed for this fight. But wolves don't fight on paper. They fight in packs. A typical wolf pack is 6 to 8 animals. They coordinate, they flank, they test. One engages from the front while two circle behind. They have been hunting together since birth. Every kill is a rehearsal for the next one. Every member knows their role. You fight alone, or with one other Kangal, maybe two. That is the math shepherds have always accepted. 1 Kangal per 100 sheep. 2 if the wolf pressure is high. Here is where the internet gets it wrong, and it gets it wrong in 2 directions at the same time. The first myth is that you always win, that a Kangal can kill any wolf anytime. Search the forums, search the comments. You will find people who talk about you like you are a weapon, not an animal. They will tell you that your 743 PSI bite ends the conversation. That wolves are just wild dogs. That a Kangal is a wolf in dog form. That is not how biology works. The second myth is that you never win. That a wolf is a wild predator and you are just a domestic pet. And wild always beats domestic. That your bite force means nothing against an animal that kills to survive. Both of these are wrong. The truth is more interesting. Let's look at what actually happens. In the mountains of eastern Turkey, Kangals and wolves have been meeting for centuries. Not in arenas, not in YouTube thumbnails, in pastures, at dusk, when the temperature drops and the sheep press together for warmth. There is a documented case from Anatolia. 3 Kangals, 8 wolves. The confrontation lasted over an hour. When it ended, the sheep were alive. The wolves had retreated. 1 Kangal was injured but standing. That is not a victory. That is a standoff, and standoffs are what you were bred for. Your job was never to kill every wolf that approached the flock. Your job was to make the cost of attacking the flock higher than the reward. Wolves are predators, but they are not reckless. A wolf that gets its leg crushed for a meal of mutton is a wolf that cannot hunt next week. Wolves calculate risk. You are the risk. When a single wolf tests a flock, you chase it, you bite, you force it to reconsider. Most of the time, it does. The wolf moves on to easier prey. But when the pack comes, the math changes. If you want more breakdowns like this, real data, no hype, subscribe. Now back to the fight. The answer to whether you can beat a wolf depends entirely on which wolf we are talking about. A Turkish grey wolf weighs 70 to 95 pounds. You outweigh it by 20 to 50 pounds. Your bite is nearly double. In a one-on-one encounter on open ground, you are the favorite. Not guaranteed. The wolf is wild, experienced, and has nothing to lose. But the numbers favor you. A North American timber wolf is a different animal. It can weigh 130 to 180 pounds. It has longer legs, a longer stride, and kills elk and moose for a living. Against this wolf, you are not the favorite. You are undersized. Your 743 pounds per square inch bite still does damage, but you are fighting something that weighs as much as you and has been hunting large prey its entire life. This is the detail most Kangal versus wolf videos ignore. They compare you to an average wolf, but wolves are not average. They are regional. They are adapted. A wolf in Turkey is not the same animal as a wolf in Yellowstone. The shepherds who bred you understood this. They bred you for the wolves you would actually face, not for wolves that don't exist in your territory. That is not a limitation. That is precision engineering. There is one more thing, and it is the thing that matters most. The question, can a Kangal beat a wolf, is the wrong question. The right question is, what was the Kangal bred to do? You were not bred to win fights. You were bred to protect flocks. Those are not the same thing. Killing a wolf that approaches the flock is one way to protect it, but it is not the only way, and it is not the most efficient way. A fight you win but get injured in is a fight that leaves the flock unprotected tomorrow night. You know this. It is in your blood. When a wolf approaches, your first move is not attack. It is positioning. You place yourself between the wolf and the sheep. You make yourself large. You bark. A sound designed to travel across a valley and tell every predator within earshot, this flock is guarded. The wolf hears that, and most of the time, it calculates. It moves on. That is not cowardice on the wolf's part. It is survival. And it is not restraint on your part. It is intelligence. A Kangal that kills every wolf that approaches is not a better guardian than one that deters them without fighting. A dead wolf is one predator removed. A wolf that learned your flock is too costly is a message carried back to the pack. You don't just guard sheep, you train wolves. So, can the world's strongest dog beat a wolf? Against a single Turkish wolf, on open ground, one-on-one, yes. The data supports it. The history supports it. The shepherds who bred you for 600 years were not guessing. Against a North American timber wolf, the odds shift. Against a pack, the math is brutal regardless of the region, but you were never meant to fight packs alone. You were never meant to fight the biggest wolf in the world. You were meant to guard a flock, on a frozen plateau, in a country that has been doing this longer than most civilizations have existed. You do not need to beat every wolf. You need to make every wolf believe you might. That is not weakness. That is the oldest strategy on Earth. Subscribe for more breed breakdowns. Real data, no hype.